Kurt Weidner, Starvation-sponsored athlete, WNBF pro bodybuilder. Here to talk about meal 2 in my 7-meal plan. This is part of my off-season diet. Now, again, meal 2, like many of my other meals, is consumed while I'm on the go, standing up, usually with a client, so there's a convenience factor that's very crucial for me. So we're going to start with chicken breast, and the protein source for this meal is chicken breast. It's baked ahead of time. I usually cook about 6 to 7 packages. I'm using the Purdue Fit and Easy skinless, boneless breast. Has very limited fat. It's basically all protein. The reason for that is that if I'm going to get fat, I want to get it from a good source. I don't want to get it from animals. So I'm using 6 ounces of chicken breast. I'm going to break that up, put it in my little container here. And again, if I was doing this at home for the entire week, I would actually be setting out 5 of these and making all of it once, just like an assembly line. And so that I have meal number 2 made for every single day, and I don't have to make it on a nightly basis, because I'm training people from 6 a.m. until sometimes 8 and 8:30 p.m. with plus my workouts, so I don't have a lot of time to prep meals. So this is all going to be done on Sunday. And the chicken I'm baking at 350 degrees for roughly 35 minutes. You want to cut it open, make sure the inside's white. Okay, so we got about 6 ounces of chicken there. The next ingredient is broccoli. In my opinion, probably the best vegetable. I'm going to do 4 ounces. Broccoli, aside from having soluble and insoluble fiber, also has a number of phytochemicals, antioxidants. Actually has vitamin C, which most people overlook. It's also a good source of calcium, which for me is important because I don't really consume dairy, so I need to be getting calcium from other sources. So I actually eat broccoli numerous times a day. It's not unusual for me to go through a 12-ounce bag of broccoli like this in one day, broken up over numerous meals. Now at this point we need to add a fat source. The fat source for this meal, what I'm using is hummus. And hummus is usually based from olive oil or canola oil as a source of fat. A 30-gram serving has about 6 grams of fat, so I'm actually going to add about 40 grams. And then, as part of my off-season, since I'm adding complex carbohydrates to the majority of my meals, I'm actually going to put a half cup of oats in here. These are just the regular rolled oats. And then, for both flavor and added sodium, I'm going to add 2 things. The first is Kroger hot sauce, which is basically the equivalent of Frank's Red Hot. And one thing that a lot of natural bodybuilders overlook is the importance of sodium. If you're eating whole foods, like chicken and broccoli, the low sodium chicken, you're not getting much sodium, but sodium is actually important for muscular contraction, nerve function, blood pressure. If your sodium's too low, it's actually going to hurt your workout. So you need to make sure that you get enough in it. Off season, I probably take up to 5 or 6 grams of sodium a day, and I don't actually cut that back at all until the last week before show. I'm also going to put a little bit of spicy brown mustard just for added flavor. Also has some sodium in it. Spicy brown mustard is a great way to flavor food without really adding many calories at all. It has virtually no calories, 5 calories per serving. Makes a great salad dressing. You can mix it with flax oil. It's very versatile. If you don't like spicy brown mustard, if you're not a spicy type person, then you can always just use regular mustard. Just shake that up. You can eat it cold. You can heat it up. Doesn't really matter. The only other part of this meal is sweet potatoes that, again, I cook ahead of time. Got 8 ounces of sweet potato. These are organic sweet potatoes. All I do with this is just chop them up. I slice them, quarter those pieces, throw them on a tray, put a little cinnamon on them, bake them for about 45 minutes, and then I measure out 8-ounce portions. So that's my secondary complex carb source. Sweet potatoes, one of the advantages they have over other complex carbs, aside from the fiber and potassium, is that they're also loaded with beta-carotene. So a very nutrient-dense meal. That's all there is to it.